I'm waiting for this wind to die down so I can go place some logs in Robert's planter. I figured I'd go ahead and give you the really good news that I spoke to Dr. Alison Sloat from UNLV, and I was able to ask her a couple of questions, and she's going to be able to come over on Friday before our mastermind meeting on Saturday, our meeting of the minds on Saturday. So we can ask her some questions, and then we'll also have an idea of the scope of work and the scope of time, what she needs from us, what requirements are needed from the homeowner to put these beautiful 15-gallon. Oh my gosh, I thought these trees were going to be just slips or 5 gallons. These are 15-gallon trees, which is a great start for a tree. It's not too big. It's easier to handle. They also have a chance to they grow into the space with their root balls and stuff. There's just so many really good advantages. I always prefer planting a 15-gallon tree, especially if I wanted to start performing right away. So I'm also hoping that we're going to be able to plant these in the form of tree guilds, where there is going to be a shrub and a ground cover, so that it is a complete system, not just a tree sitting in, out to fend for itself. We're going to really, that is my goal, is to make as successful these plantings as easy and carefree as possible. And I have found that with hugelkultur, we have much more drought tolerant and a higher success rate, really, for trees planted here in the desert. And there are different ways of doing the hugelkultur mounds, and we're going to go over that. I'm going to talk to Dr. Sloat about it, and we'll see about how we can get these trees in our neighborhood this year. Apparently, this is a 5-year program that they're hoping to plant 3,000 trees. 3,000. Can you imagine 3,000 15-gallon trees? That is a huge undertaking. And she has a workforce that will be trained arborists, so to do the job. And in the process, it's a wonderful, wonderful program. And I'm so thrilled to get to know another fellow woman in science. Being a science teacher and knowing the importance of trees and urban forestry. And over the years, what I have seen is that with the gradual decline of our very large shade trees that were planted back in the 60s and 70s, some of them are still standing. Some of them are still very, very well kept, and were planted just right. And it so happens that yesterday I was picking up wood that was being disposed of from a major pruning of a very old mulberry tree, also on a corner of a street, of these streets. And wow, what a magnificent specimen it is. And I feel really privileged to be able to take some of this green wood to use in the planting of new trees. And the lady that we were harvesting this wood from, she's so lovely. And I thank her. I'm hoping that she'll be able to make it to one of our masterminds here pretty soon. But anyway, I wanted to give you the good news that it is official. We have a, so to speak, sponsor for our trees. And I'm meeting with her tomorrow on Friday. So if you would, please, I am going to whoever, if I don't have your phone number and email yet, uh, I'm hoping that those people who are bringing their mastermind buddies will be able to forward this video and let them know that it is a definite thing that we're going to have 15-gallon trees planted in our yards, and we're gonna make a game of it. We're gonna see how many we can get done in our street, in our neighborhood, so that we can make a massive difference in cooling our temperatures and cooling our houses and cooling our streets and cooling our sidewalks and just keeping a lot of the moisture. That trees bank moisture, and that's going to be really, really helpful in helping you establish a foundational guild, a foundational tree around which you can replant your entire yard. It's a great way to start the entire process naturally, and with all of the available resources that we have. Anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll talk about it soon. Cheers, everybody, and happy gardening.